good, y'all? Welcome, episode 71, Deadass Though podcast. You already know who it is. Your man Kelly in the building. Shell's in the building.
Woo.
Nisa in the building.
I like going second.
What?
Jay in the building. I knew she was going to say some shit about that, too. And we here, man. How y'all feeling?
Play with me?
Feel good, tired of shit, but
Wonderful.
I'm here.
You had a busy day, huh?
Long day, a lot of driving.
A lot of driving.
A lot of fucking driving.
What you was doing?
Driving in the rain, under harsh conditions.
He was sitting in between somebody's legs.
In the
getting
drop
his hair
top in the
braided.
Yeah, I was sitting in the chair. She was standing up.
Oh.
He said, drop top in the rain. So you came back with that thing on you? Looking laid, everything looking good?
Yeah, I got events
Looking back
to do
with a
this
new
weekend.
hairdo.
We got to get you a silky, bro. We got to get you the do-rag, make sure everything is nice.
Velvet do-rag.
Oh,
so you
shit.
can rock that bitch anywhere.
I want a burgundy.
The Velveeta.
I don't get the whole trend of wearing your do-rag outside the house. That is an in the house type of shit.
Tell that to the girls that wear the bonnets and shit.
Well, they shouldn't be wearing that either.
Well, no, they trying to make that shit stylish, but the do-rags are stylish.
Yeah, but what if you just chilling?
That's a fact.
If I'm just chilling in a white tee and ball shorts, I'm going outside in the do-rag.
Yeah.
Jay.
What are you?
Right
Yeah,
to the
but where
corner.
are you going?
Huh?
Walmart.
To the corner
you
store,
just macking.
Walmart,
All right.
GameStop, and
Those
shit.
are the type of. Damn, my phone keeps.
Plenty of
going.
places to go.
She's having trouble. She's having trouble, man. I don't know what's going on.
See?
But
The do-rag got her. They're like, yo, fuck your phone.
They're like, nah, take this shit off, man.
Slap it
What is
down.
you talking about?
Go make the earth shake. and
I'm
that shit gonna
saying
fall.
like you don't wear a do-rag to go out to eat. You wear a do-rag
Depends.
to Walmart.
Depends where. McDonald's, yes, you wear do-rag.
Okay, you're in the drive-thru.
No, you sitting
You're
in
sitting down
McDonald's.
eating.
2 a.m.
Okay, niggas that wear do-rags
tipsy
in
in
public
McDonald's.
eat inside McDonald's.
Hey.
You know, McDonald's inside is not open by the time you're drunk.
What?
It ain't-
We got a 24-hour McDonald's here in
Hello.
Deltona.
Oh, my bad.
And
where-
sit
in
inside that bitch
Deltona?
24 hours.
I'm from Deltona.
If
so
I'm going to the
I don't know
chicken
about
spot
that.
and I have hair, I'm wearing my do-rag.
And I have hair, nigga.
Yo, your
That's the
scalp
key.
can get waves.
Nah,
Don't
bro.
play yourself.
That's
You got
just
it.
with time. That's what
She
age.
means that
Imagine the
little-
wrinkles.
She means like the little hot dog shit that be in the back.
They're going to be like, yo, that shit got wavy. I was like, yeah.
Credit card swipe.
10 years later, you know what I mean? My shit
Wavy,
wavy.
baby.
Gonna put some wire in your head and just hold it down till the
That shit
waves
look like
form.
those like baggy ass skin dogs. You know what I'm talking about? That shit just look like
looks
rolls.
disgusting on your head, bro.
Baggy
just like-
skin. That's
You got mad slack on
dirty.
your
Listen.
scalp.
That sounds dirty.
What you talk? Don't listen. We love our viejos. Know what I mean? Even
Do we?
though, know what I mean, they not listening right now because they don't do this type of shit. But we love them. You know what I mean? Don't discriminate.
All of them.
Hell no, don't discriminate. You know what I mean? But listen, the whole
Mama.
weekend was so festive. There was so much shit going on, y'all.
lied
I know.
Was
too
it
much.
festive?
And entertainment. Yo, every week is something. It's a new word.
It's a
like,
new
oh, it's
word, bro.
festive.
Like, ooh,
Use that one.
how you spell
She
that?
said, spell it.
Spell that bitch.
Use it in a sentence.
F-E-S-T-iv.
Festivus.
For the rest of us.
Ooh.
But listen, especially with the entertainment shit, so I'm going to let y'all get this off now. I mean, this is going to be the Shells and Nisa show for the next
Nigga,
35
you saw
minutes.
Avengers?
Oh, yeah, okay. We're going to start off with that. We're gonna start off with that. We're
Oh,
gonna
you
start off with
haven't
something
seen
else.
Game of Thrones?
Oh, don't tell.
What's good with you?
Yo, that's your man. You can keep him on track.
We're going to talk about this later because we mentioned this before. But yes, Avengers came out. We spoke about it a little bit a couple podcasts ago. I don't think we've...
Yeah, we talked about how hype
I was
we
not
were.
able to participate strongly in that because I wasn't able to watch the movie until after release date. But, you know, I seen it now. So I'm playing catch up.
Okay. So you know what's going on. You seen it. If you're
Twice.
listening to this, even if you haven't seen it,
That
too
is.
bad because we're going to talk about some
Yeah,
shit.
spoiler alert. Fuck you if you haven't seen it yet. You stupid
If you haven't seen it yet, you're not a real fan.
Yeah.
You really didn't want to watch
Tighten
it.
up, nigga.
That's it.
Even the Russo brothers said the ban or whatever for the spoilers stops on Monday.
Boom.
So, I mean,
it's- nah,
too bad.
right
You're
now.
going to get this on Friday or whenever the fuck it's
It don't matter.
or whenever
nigga.
you listening. But how'd y'all feel about it, man? I went into that shit hype. We saw it
Super
Thursday,
hype.
Shells and I.
Yeah. Not
Oh,
together.
the day of, right?
Yes.
I mean, my whole thing is I had to prepare myself to go into a 3-hour movie.
How so? Did you have to?
Because I go
empty
to
your
sleep
bladder?
no, I go to sleep on every single movie. So I had to take a nap
You're
in the
one of
day,
those.
get ready, you know, make sure I was nice and awake. I ate a good dinner,
Right.
got some snacks for the road,
Yes,
and I went in.
Hello.
But I had some troubles. I went to I called literally 6 different movie theaters trying to get tickets, thinking it was going to be
Called them?
easy. Called them.
Jesus.
Thinking that it was going to be easy to get tickets to shows because it's the week after it already released. So I'm like, okay, everybody who really wanted to see it got, pre-sale tickets, all that. It's a lie. Everything was sold out. We went to the most ratchet movie theater and just had to go early.
Jesus.
That was it.
That's
Because
the journey of Lisa.
there was a journey. Like there was the only movies that were available to watch were at like 10 o'clock. I can't sit through a movie that starts at 10 o'clock for 3 hours.
That's why we told you. You thought it was a joke when we told you, like, yo, oh, you're not watching it with me opening weekend. Like, yo, you had to cop them shits as soon as them shits dropped.
That shit's crazy. I didn't expect it to sell out like that.
It still is fucking crazy.
They sold out like some Yeezys. I was like, God damn.
Facts.
Can't even get the re-up.
Not even close.
Because the day of when them shits dropped, bro, like people were waiting like hours on like Fandango, Regal Cinema, and all that for their tickets.
Yeah.
Shout out to Adam. We need to put you on the Adam.
Put me on the Adam. Who Adam?
Boom, boom. That's the big homie, man. He be
Big
giving us
homie
Adam, link me. Link me, Adam.
I got you. I'm gonna hook you up.
That's my man Adam Warlock. You heard?
Yeah, man.
That's my nigga. But yeah, fucking leading up to that shit, dog. That Thursday, I was like, nah, we about to.
Bro,
it's about to get crazy.
Hype the entire day. Ready.
Minus seeing those random spoilers. Know what I mean? It wasn't too much into the whole plot, but going into that shit basically blind and experiencing that with all these other people at the same time, that shit was dope, man.
Yeah.
That shit was hard. My theater was trash, though. I mean, I think you're the one that said you don't like when individuals like get hype in the movie theaters when they cheer and shit.
Yeah.
Especially opening weekend. I'm the opposite. I'm like, yo, we gotta like, nigga, turn up. But turn up when it's time to turn up.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Like when the Stan Lee cameo and shit, everybody's cheering. This nigga said something. I could even understand. Like I couldn't hear the nigga. I'm like, yo.
We just appreciate he's
respect
dead, bro. You know, that's the last one. Well, apparently it's the last time we're gonna see him.
Possibly, we might be CGI'd in the future.
That would be dope.
You know how they do. I mean, it's Disney. They got trillions of dollars.
1,000%.
If they can do a Tupac hologram, they can put in Stan Lee.
Nah, he frozen right now, bro.
No, you talking about Walt Disney?
No, I mean Stan Lee.
He's right next to Walt Disney.
Hey, frozen, like, yo, put his ass right next to Walt.
Yo.
Throw them niggas out later.
Throw him out later, like Captain America, you heard?
Yeah.
When the world needs something special.
Captain Stan.
And shout out to you for saying that you brought some shit with you because we did the same shit, nigga.
Oh, snacks,
bro,
baby.
Christina,
I'm not trying to spend $35 for me. Just for yourself.
Christina brought her meal prep in her bag, bro.
Hey, yeah. Jesus.
It was in there with a full course meal.
I was like, that's what the fuck I'm talking about, girl.
See, I understand,
Why it smell
y'all.
like steak in here?
But like in my, and when the second time I watched it, there was this family behind me that had a plastic bag full of shit.
Oh, that's too
and
much.
the entire fucking time, they're going through it throughout the entire movie. And it's just like they're just playing with it. That's what it sounds like. Bro, had me tight. Me, Leroy, and Ashley.
Like, we made sure, oh yeah, I forgot that you said it so at that time too. We made sure that whatever she had, it wasn't, loud. She wasn't doing nothing like that. Matter of fact, she was supposed to, exactly.
Yeah.
She was supposed to sit next to someone else. And she was like, nah, can we switch because I don't want to see me eating this shit. I was like, nah, you good, man. I'll sit next to this random white dude. You know what I mean? Because thankfully, we got, like, these last 3 seats, we had the 2 right here, so nobody showed up on the other one.
Yeah.
So we had that open space. But long story short, man, that shit was lit, bro. No, like, what I thought was going to happen, like, it doesn't even touch what this fucking movie, like, gave us, my nigga. That shit tied in so many loose ends, and that shit was lit. 3 hours went by like that for me.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Like, it had a bunch of high moments. Like, when, I feel like I'm spoiling it, but I don't
nigga,
care.
You said it. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
It's been out.
When fucking
do what you gotta do.
Y'all had time.
Captain America fucking picked up Mjolnir. Bro.
That shit was hard. You can't get mad when niggas get hyped for that.
Then I understood niggas getting hyped for that because that shit was hard.
Right.
And I was like, I cheered a little bit. I like a little hand clap.
Little black hand side.
Yeah. I'm not trying to be too loud because I'm still watching the movie, but that shit was hard, man.
Did it hit you in the feels?
Nah, it hit my girl. She cried.
Yeah.
Yeah. My aunt told me she cried too when she watched it.
Did it hit you in the feels?
I cried. I definitely cried. I cried when Iron Man died, for sure. I was like, Tony.
Yeah.
That shit was hard, bro.
Really? What made me cry is his wife's reaction. Just because before everything started and, he was like, I figured out how to do a loop through time. His wife was like, I could bury it and, forget about it because they were scared about losing their daughter. But his wife was like, you'd never be able to rest in peace until you do what you need to do. So...
noble
literally
man.
He's very noble. Like, he was an asshole at the beginning of all of the series. He was the biggest asshole. He's always known for being the biggest asshole. He still is, but he has the biggest heart, though. He really does, because he's always the one honestly saving everyone's ass, because he's a tech savvy person. Right. Him and the Hulk are the smartest ones. So nothing crazy and machinely, like, out of this fucking world would be possible without Iron Man.
Right.
So half of the
1000%.
shit that has gone through all of the Avengers series would not have been possible without Iron Man.
Yeah.
So it's like to see him die, it's like watching the dad and the grandpa of the whole.
It's the end of an era.
Yeah, it's
it
the
is.
end of an era. It's
11
crazy.
years of movies.
And he finally had a daughter. He was finally happy with his Posh, and he had a daughter, and it was just like,
Shit was
damn,
hard.
That was
made
all
it back
gone.
from space. That man
When
was
he-
skinny.
When he saw his pops, know what I mean?
Oh, that was
dope
a
moment.
tearjerker too. When
That
he
was a
saw
dope
his pops, and his pops was really happy to like he couldn't wait for him to be born, and he was just like,
Yeah.
Bro, the day
Finally
that he
got
was
that
going to pull up
closure.
on her,
yeah, finally.
the day that he was going to be like, yo, like, here's your roses. Know what I mean? I can't wait to have our son. And this, he gives him the hug. He's like, thank you for your service.
Yeah, like, why are you touching me?
But one thing that, like, the Avengers has been touching on, which not a lot of people touch on, is just, like, PTSD as a whole. Because Tony's had that since, like, Ultron. Because if y'all remember, he's the reason why Ultron existed.
Yes.
And that whole nonsense
he was.
happened.
They like malfunctioned.
That's what fucked them up going into Civil War, and then the first Avengers with the attack on New York, that whole shit. He still had PTSD from that.
Yeah, almost dying and coming back.
Right.
Something shitty always. There's always a risk.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's always the worst risk that could have happened.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, technically, the worst risk that could have happened.
Yeah, 1000%.
Like that shit was to me. I was like, it's over. And then niggas started coming out the time slots.
Yeah, that shit was
I was
hard.
like,
That shit was
oh,
hard.
okay.
Yeah, that was hard.
But that's why I appreciate it, because he didn't let like those feelings, because you could tell going into the movie when he's like, yo, I'm not gonna. A lot of people lost a lot of shit, but I gained in this situation. So
Yeah.
Yeah, he gained a
I
few
don't want to
points.
lose
it.
this.
Yeah.
And also, once again, like I said, he still has those memories from before that kept on coming back. So he's like, yo, nah, I got to make this happen.
Yeah.
Same shit with Thor. Know what I mean? He was had his little PTSD from not going to the head. That nigga got all fat and slobby and shit. That shit boosted mine in this movie.
Yeah, that's
I
a great
wanted him
character.
to like jump on the treadmill throughout it and get skinny again, and it just didn't happen. He was just big the whole time.
I
Yep.
wondered how
And
they were
still
going to do
kicking
that.
ass, too.
I was like,
Yeah.
so is like the Hulk in this timeline going to stay back, and the old Hulk from 2014 is going to step in? They're like, nah, nigga. Even when shit got
Classy
shaken,
Hulk.
they kept him here. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? With his belly out, with his little mock on, his little frock.
When he
Talking to
when
New
he seen
Master
his,
69 and shit.
when he seen his mom too, that was a good.
Yes.
That was
Yeah,
a good.
I was unfamiliar
moment
with that
there.
because I never seen the second Thor movie because the first one was meh, and I heard the second one was more meh. More meh.
Yeah, the second one wasn't really something to watch, but it was nice for them to kind of like tie in.
Yeah, but you can tell that something happened. Like, okay, this is heartfelt.
Yeah.
They did that a bunch of times in this movie as well that I didn't expect either. You know, them just going back to these different films, and we're like, oh shit, like we're back in Avengers 1, we're back in Guardians
Yeah.
1. And I think
yeah,
that was
because
dope.
they had to time travel through all of the movies. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And even just realizing, because, you know, Thanos wasn't really a flushed out idea by the time the first Avengers came out. Them being like Nebula specifically like, yo, we're not the only ones looking for these stones right now.
That
Who's
was the
looking for 'em?
most aggravating moment.
I
It's
mean,
like,
it
God,
had to-
y'all didn't
it
think
had
this
to have been,
computer
Yeah.
alien thing, like, what the fuck? That shit was stupid.
Yeah, that was hard too, because at first I was like, what's going on? And I'm like, oh, we have two of the same person in the same timeline, so
Yeah.
their memories are going to get mixed
Yeah,
up.
they
I
freaked
see.
out somehow.
What I didn't understand though is that why when Nebula shot Nebula, she didn't die herself.
That's a good point, because
You
didn't
know
they
what I
talk
mean?
about something similar before? Because they're in the present together, you think that's it?
Maybe.
Because I could have...
I don't know, because you're still the same person, whether you were back in time and it's
Yeah, you might be.
But I wonder how that's going to affect a different timeline, because now Nebula doesn't exist in the 2014 timeline. And also when he snapped Thanos and everybody
Yeah.
out of existence, and Gamora, they don't exist either.
Yeah.
So it's like, without them knowing, they created so many different timelines. Low-key getting away with the Tesseract.
yeah, I feel like
they
that's
had to
one
go back
thing
further in
nobody said, like, they didn't even touch on it. So
Yeah,
I
it's
know
like,
they're
of
going to make
course.
another movie.
They had to bring back Loki because everybody loves Loki.
So now Loki is going to be back.
That's
so
one of
it's
the
like,
best
damn,
characters. Like, you can't have a Thor movie without
so
Loki.
evil.
It's real. That
And
nigga
even
is great.
like Cap going back and living his whole life out. How did that affect shit?
Yeah, how was he able to go back and live his whole life in 30 seconds? 5 seconds.
Because time passed through him instead of him passing through time.
Right.
That's how they
I
said
believe
it.
that's how it was. Because remember the first time they tried the time travel?
Yeah, but
With,
didn't they fix
Pym?
it?
Yeah, because they found out how to do it. So that's why he was like, it's 5 seconds to us, but it's however long he needs when he goes in.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he made that decision. How did that affect? Did he ever come in contact with Captain America at
I
that
think
time?
he probably just stayed low.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, he probably stayed low and just like got old. And once you get old, you start looking different. So it just is what it is. But that was good for him.
OD.
I didn't
That was a
really get
touching
the
moment.
ending moment when he gave what's his name? What's
Sam
his-
Wilson.
Yeah, when he gave
Falcon.
Sam the Falcon, I wanted to call him the Raven for some reason. When he gave the Falcon,
Because ravens are black.
No,
Black.
because when he gave him his shield.
Passing
I
the
didn't-
torch down.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but he's already a
I
superhero.
know. But in the comic books, he's Captain America too.
Yeah, he turned to
Oh, he turned into Captain
Yes.
America. Okay, I like that he's black.
Black.
Captain America. 2019, baby.
That's why even War Machine, when Rhodey came in and it was Don Cheadle, I'm like, okay, I see that.
Don
see
Cheadle was killing it.
OD.
Every one liner he had was fire.
Fire.
Every single one of them, man.
Him and Rocket. I love Rocket, man.
Rocket is a great character.
OD.
Yo, as Guardians of the Galaxy,
Fire. You see, now we going to see, because
Coming
James
up.
Gunn is going to come back on, and now, Thor's a member of the Guardians, so we going to see how that happens. We got the new Avengers now.
I need him to get slim if he's gonna be
he gon-
Guardian
he
of
gon-
the
yeah, of course,
Galaxy.
man. He's
I need him to
gonna
get
get
sexy
there.
again because that belly.
He has a purpose now. You know what I mean?
He has a
gon-
6-pack belly.
Keg.
Six-pack. There you
Yeah.
go.
He
That's
has a
what it is.
keg.
He was still fucking shit up regardless, though.
I know.
That ending battle was insane. Like you said, out of nowhere, once all the portals started to open up, bro, I was like, nah, bro, this isn't happening right now.
That show's true.
When all the
Spider-Man
portals started
came
opening
through.
up and all the like, what are they called? What are Thanos people called?
Like his army?
Yeah.
I don't remember the Chitauri.
Chitaurians, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they started rolling, I was like, God damn, they got ships.
For
Snakes.
real. The whole and they cleared up a plot hole with that too, because if you remember, you can only use one to like get yourself over there. So how did Thanos get his whole army to teleport?
I think they opened it. I don't know.
The reason that the Russo said the other day was that, Ebony Maw, your man, Ebony Maw,
Real nigga.
and Thanos, they're both like genius level motherfuckers.
Yeah.
So they were able to like reverse engineer it and mass produce it so they can get everybody through. That's how they explained it. Because that was a major plot hole. Like, yo, how the fuck did the whole thing get through?
The whole squad get through.
They didn't think about that shit in time, though. They were just
They
like,
didn't think
we gotta
about
think
none
about
of
this shit right now. Like,
Yeah.
Get on
Niggas keep
stones.
tweeting no questions and shit they can't answer.
they're like, Chief, help us out with this one, nigga. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, we'll roll with that.
Find the best comic book writers. Like, all right, yeah.
Did I need to see not Captain America, Captain Marvel?
No.
To understand
not to
why
under-
she's so powerful, I think. But you don't have to.
I
watch it.
understand.
It's not
I
necessary.
seen like the beginning of her movie. I fell asleep through it, but
Understandable.
it wasn't that great. But what confused me is how they just threw her in the beginning. Like the movie started. That was the only thing I will say I didn't like about the movie is the way that it started was just like what.
But that's why if you saw the movie, you would have understood because
Captain Marvel, right?
it basically
Yeah.
starts off with the ending credits scene of Captain Marvel. So the beginning of Endgame.
Is the end of Captain Marvel.
Right.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. I was like, maybe it's the end of the movie because it just didn't make sense. And then obviously they did the 5 years, and then we were just like,
Yeah.
all right, now everything's starting to make sense. Cool. I got that she was important. She was clutch at the very end too.
At the buzzer.
She came back and saved-
They barely utilized her.
Yeah, but she
But
was
someone
clutch
being
because she
so
came
powerful.
because
I'd rather
yeah,
that,
but
though.
I know because we got to see all the Avengers that we really really love and grew to care about and knew all their backstories. They got to shine in the movie, not somebody new, you
And
know.
you think about
but
it,
then she
she's-
still came in and shined and was clutch as fuck because if not, she would have been fucked up. If their machines would have kept like raining fire.
She still got her shit rocked.
She
And
did,
and
but-
she's gonna pass the torch down. You know what I mean? Well, she's gonna carry the torch from here on. You know what I mean? With the new Avengers, so we'll see more of her. I think it's good now that we have
like
some
her character,
resolution and we
though.
did
Yeah.
see. But that was one thing I saw a lot too, because people were like, yo, she's so arrogant. I don't understand like why like you didn't have me. Let's go get Thanos. You know, what I
Yeah.
mean? I didn't expect
niggas
Hulk to
didn't
get his
see
face
what
chopped
she
off
was-
like that
That was
in like the
fire.
first 15 minutes.
That was fine.
Oh, I know. I was
Yeah,
like,
that caught
they
me off
chopped his
guard.
neck off.
They
was like-
said, I went for the head, nigga. What you want?
I was like,
I mean,
so this is
honestly,
we're
what else
doing?
were they gonna do? He wasn't gonna tell him any answers.
He ain't have no answers to tell him.
Yeah,
Like, I
it just
destroyed the
was what it
stones,
was.
nigga. It is what it is.
Yo, how sick would y'all be? It's like a beautiful Saturday morning. Like you just pick some fresh veggies, some fresh fruits
You
outside
start
your
cooking
garden, you
and shit,
chilling
and then you
and
get your head
shit.
chopped off.
and homegirl just start rocking you, and then four
Out
other
of nowhere.
motherfuckers start rocking your shit.
Get your arm
He
chopped off.
deserved that.
Nigga.
He deserves that though.
Chop that nigga arm clean off. I didn't think he bled. Did he bleed?
Yeah. I was like, yeah, it's over for him.
It was like
He has that
dry.
purple
I
shit.
thought it
Yeah,
was
bro.
dry.
So I remember seeing like an excessive amount of blood that you would see when an arm that fucking big gets chopped off.
Yeah, I don't. And when it's sliced off, I don't think so because
Yeah.
they don't really show it after that.
Yeah.
But
Thanks, Disney.
I did like that. That plot point where Thanos from the past just realizes, okay, like I
Yeah,
did it.
He understood it. Yeah.
Yeah, so now I know I can do something else, and that started the whole thing. That shit was just dope, man.
Yo, Thanos is that's a great villain.
Yeah.
he is a good villain.
And
He's
that
like
nigga
the
got
Joker.
hands.
It was fucking him up.
That nigga got supreme fucking hands
He
without
just
the
be
gauntlet.
waiting. He like run up.
Yeah. He
killing
like,
all
yo, my
you.
hands fucking work, nigga. Run up on it if you want to.
He had none
Smashing
of the
shit all
stones
the
either.
time. Yeah, I
Fucking
know.
Niggas up.
Chefing niggas up.
They were tired. Niggas
The
look
quick
tired
was-
as fuck.
Even that ending battle where shit kept on going back and forth, and you know that he's not gonna win this shit.
Yeah.
But like that climax moment when Tony takes the stones from him, and like beforehand, Doctor Strange is looking at the nigga like this. He like,
Like the one, nigga.
it's time. This is it.
Don't
Step
fuck
up
it
to
up.
the plate, and then he snaps everything into, back into existence. That shit was just a feeling of just like euphoria when that shit happened, because it's like they finally did it, dog.
Yeah.
But at what cost?
I didn't understand why Hulk couldn't control, like couldn't take it with the glove, but Tony could. Iron Man could. Is it because of his machinery, like his suit?
That's probably just willpower.
Because
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he didn't put the glove on. He took the stones, but I don't know. Like,
Because Thor,
Maybe because he wanted
Hulk,
it more?
Hulk did snap his fingers and he did do with it, but he collapsed. But Tony, just being a regular human, you know what I mean, and surviving that shit at that time, I see what you're saying.
right?
Yeah.
Like
Hulk did seem more damaged than
he seemed more damaged
than Iron Man.
because it was like he took it and he died so peacefully. Hulk was like, niggas was like, you good?
Yeah. And the gamma rays that were flowing through that shit, like that's what what made the Hulk and shit. So he's already used to that shit. But it was so much. Like you said, I
I mean,
think
he
it's just
brought them
willpower.
back, but
It's just willpower. Like,
Yeah.
yo, this is what we got to
Like,
do.
all or
Yeah.
nothing. Sacrifice.
Yeah. Even Thanos said, yo, like, I used the stones again. That shit almost killed me, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, yo,
Just to
this whole
destroy them
shit was
shits.
all burned up. He's like, yo, my shit medium rare right now. Yeah,
Nigga
not,
was
no, well done.
Fried.
Fried, dizzy.
You gotta talk about Spider-Man coming back, man. People cheer for that shit too.
That shit was hard.
Spider-Man is sweet. He's a really sweet character.
Yeah, he plays his, was it Tom Holland?
Mm-hmm.
He plays the character really well.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. Was it Far From
His
Home?
personality fits the Spider-Man personality.
Yeah.
That's
He's a lot
Spider-Man.
more playful than who's the first dude that did that
Andrew
played-
Garfield.
No,
Yeah.
Toby.
No.
But I mean, for like, not from Sony. Well, they both were from Sony, right?
Yeah.
Both
The
those
very
Spider-Man.
first
It's all
Spider-Man.
of them
Tobey
from
Maguire.
Tobey
Yeah,
Maguire.
he wasn't as
He
like
was a grown ass man.
he wasn't as goofy. I guess because he's older,
Yeah.
but
I think the first Spider-Man that he did, like all of them did, was okay. Like
Yeah.
his
I liked the
personality.
very first Spider-Man for sure.
But then
I
after
didn't
that-
like the kid at first. I liked the
this,
kid.
Tom Holland.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I didn't like the kid at first when his own movie, but I like him in Avengers.
Yeah. He was like a starstruck fighting niggas.
Yeah.
Like, yo,
I
want to
didn't-
get an autograph? What he fighting?
I didn't see Homecoming. I think it was the Spider-Man before this one.
Homecoming.
I
Yeah.
didn't see that.
Homecoming.
Homecoming
yeah.
was good.
It was good.
Yeah,
I
it
gotta
was
go
very
back
good.
before
A
this new one
lot
comes
of
out.
character development that makes you love him even more.
But this whole Marvel shit is dope, man. I'm excited to see where they're going from here. They did Phase 3 a good time, and we just gotta wait for Phase 4.
Yeah. Next movie is Spider-Man: Far
Mm-hmm.
From Home.
And I think that's the end of like Phase 3.
Are you sure that's not the beginning of Phase 4?
No, I think it's the end of Phase 3 because they're starting off right after Endgame, and then it goes on to like the Inhumans and then all that shit
Yeah.
after that. So
We'll see how that goes.
How do y'all know all of this?
just keeping up. Know what I
Social
mean?
media.
Just dedicated.
Yeah.
Social media. You
Yeah,
on social
trust
media all
me.
the time. You can do it too.
No, she focused on herself.
Ah, that's what it is.
I'm not focused on myself.
She was focused on something else this weekend though. That GOT.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was like, what
She
you
looked
mean?
over like,
where you getting
What am
that,
I
nigga?
focused on? I was focused on Game of Thrones. I watched it 3 times, or 4 times to get through it.
Damn.
Watched
Yeah,
it twice.
'cause-
Oh, to get through it.
To get through
Okay.
it, because the first time I watched it, I had watched it on like demand because I didn't make it back home quick enough, and I fell asleep through it. Then I woke back up, tried to watch it. I kept missing moments. So I had to rewatch it again. And I fell asleep to the end.
So don't watch anything with Nisa is what we're learning from.
I literally go to sleep so quick. That's why I was surprised I made it through all 3 hours. Like, easy. I was up after Avengers.
Kept your heart racing,
Like,
that's why.
it did. It was really good. But
Don't hit me for no movie premieres ever again.
That's a fact.
why?
Be like, yo, wake
Hey, to
up.
sleep.
What are you doing? Like,
Why are you
I
even here,
prep
my nigga?
myself to be awake though.
All right.
But
it's like Joe falls
when you're
asleep
at
all the time.
home, you're comfortable though.
That's true.
You're comfortable. You're not worried about like, you know, if you fall asleep, you fall asleep.
You just said you fell asleep in the theater though.
I have,
See?
but I didn't fall asleep during Avengers.
Anyway.
So, anyway,
Continue.
what was the point of this?
Just
I
introing
watched
a
it
Game
the
of
fourth
Thrones.
time. I watched it the fourth time, and I watched it smoothly through, and it was really good. I was super happy. I was mad. I haven't seen a preview of the next episode though.
It was at the end of the episode.
I didn't see it.
So you probably just turned that shit off immediately. Like, yo, I'm
pretty
as
sure I
fuck,
did, yeah.
And fell asleep
I was like, I
during
made
the
it
credits.
through. That's all I need to make it through.
Yeah, that was it. You were
I
done.
didn't see the trailer for the next episode, so I'm gonna just go by surprise. I already know what's gonna happen though.
It's the
As
setup
soon as
for the main
Cersei
battle.
didn't want to come through, and she was armying up, she was just waiting for them to get weaker because she knew if they were full fledged, she wasn't beating them.
Yeah,
So
it's gonna be great.
Stark
man.
House, Stark World.
Stark House.
What do you guys think is gonna happen between Daenerys and Jon? How you think their relationship is gonna pan out?
Well, just real
Die.
quick, this is what I said. It's going to be the Shells and Nisa podcast for the next 20 minutes, by the way, because I haven't seen anything. So,
Okay, so
Like, have you seen anything or just this season?
I saw the first episode and I wasn't a fan, so I never kept on going.
what?
Yeah.
It's a lot.
I mean, well,
All
I'll
right, Shells.
eventually start watching some, but
yeah.
All right.
not saying it's bad. I just
All
didn't
right,
get
Shells,
into it.
where do you feel like the relationship between Daenerys and Jon is gonna go?
One of them is gonna sacrifice themselves for the other.
Who do you think is gonna be?
I don't know, but they're probably both gonna die.
I think that Jon is gonna try to sacrifice himself first, and then Daenerys is gonna feel like she loves him already.
On some Black Widow shit.
Yeah, like she loves him already. So
Oh, Black
either
Widow.
she's gonna be like, fuck it, I'll sacrifice myself, or she's gonna be like, fuck it, you could kill yourself then, because I'm not giving up my throne. Because as soon as he mentioned it, she was like, what are you saying? Basically, like,
Yeah.
well, what are you saying?
I mean, not knowing they
He
can
literally was just
co-rule
trying to
and
let
shit.
her know we can't be fucking. Like,
I mean-
that's all I feel like that's what he was trying to tell her. It was like, I just found out we're family.
Yeah, you're my
Shit's
aunt.
real.
I've been fucking my aunt raw.
So we can't tell nobody about us.
Is that what's
nobody
going on?
knows though?
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody
Some-
knows. They're in
some people
love.
know.
What episode is that?
His sister. She mentions loving him to his sister. So
That's episode 2.
God damn it.
Got you. It's season 8, episode 2.
Got you, bitch. This shit just fucked me up. I ain't know that.
So,
I ain't
yeah.
know shit like that was popping.
Yeah, hey.
shit like that is popping off. I mean,
It's-
but not a
that's
lot
based
of
on
people
season
know.
1.
I think people assume that they were fucking with each other, but they don't. There's no hard proof, and they don't act like it in front of people. Obviously,
Yeah.
for royal reasons, whatever that may be.
Royal reasons.
Royal reasons. But I don't. Yeah, I definitely think Jon is gonna sacrifice himself for her because it didn't seem like he didn't want to. He never wanted claim to a throne.
No.
So I don't think he's trying to come for her for that reason. So I definitely think Jon is gonna be the ultimate sacrifice as always.
As long as Arya stays alive, I'm good with any ending.
I want to see Arya be the queen.
Nah, that's not happening. She definitely
think
don't care
so?
about that shit.
She want to kill everybody,
If she wants,
She a sniper.
She don't care about none of that shit.
but she'd be a good ruler.
I mean,
She'd be a badass. You don't think she'd be a good ruler?
no,
Why?
that's not her life. She wants to kill niggas. She want niggas dead. That's it.
I mean, but what do all the rulers do? Every single ruler is a killer. Every single
mean,
ruler is a murderer.
Sometimes because they have to. Like she's out to kill niggas. She got a list and she's checking it twice.
How long is her list still?
I know Cersei's still on that bitch.
Well, she gonna die anyways.
That's the main joint that was wildin'.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I saw
that's
that
the
clip.
one that
That
doesn't.
clip was hard. That clip was hard.
So
She's
that's
I
an
mean,
evil bitch.
That's
For
an
real?
evil ass bitch. Yeah,
She good.
she don't care about nothing.
She's good, bro.
All her kids got killed because of her.
Bro,
Every single one of them. Every single one
I
of her
thought she was
kids.
a hero this whole time.
Mm-mm. She had incest babies. Her fucking Joffrey
all
was
three
an
of them.
evil ass.
Bro.
King Joffrey Joe was wildin'?
understatement of the fucking year, my nigga.
Fuck is going
Joffrey was
on?
the most evil.
Let me tell you,
child.
Joffrey will go down as the most vile character in history.
Golly.
Like, in media history, that's one of the most vile characters.
Shit,
He
y'all
just
hooked me
did
in.
not
Okay.
care. He was just nasty as hell all the time. I was so
Like,
happy
I
when
don't
he
know
died.
anybody more evil and fucked up as him.
Wow.
For a fucking little boy.
That's a bold statement.
Yeah,
He's a
what
boy?
was he like? Yeah, he died at what? 17, 16?
Yeah.
Like 16, 17 is the age of his character tops.
My bad, listeners.
But he
I'm
been
just not
bad
into
as
this,
fuck
so I'm
since
very
he was
interested.
like 12. He was bad from the beginning.
Gotta give it a shot,
Like
man.
nasty as hell. His mom,
Sadistically nasty.
yeah, but that's because he was an incest child. That's why they made his character so nasty. Because that's what they
True,
say.
but
like never right in
the
head.
daughter, she was peaceful. She was Gucci.
peaceful. She was his daughter too, right? All her kids.
all three kids,
Yeah.
all made of
And the youngest
incest.
one was peaceful too.
Yeah,
Yeah, Joffrey was just the one.
That's some
Joffrey
medieval
was-
shit.
yeah.
He was the most like Cersei though. That's why. That's probably also why.
What did y'all think of that
Crazy.
final moment, man? I saw everybody bugging to that shit.
I
Clutch
was,
master.
yeah, that shit was
She
fire.
switch hands.
That was hard.
Poke
That's
that
it.
nigga up. But it,
He was about to
it
choke
just
slam
too,
my
it was
ass.
too quick, man. I
was-
wanted to see if he had hands. You know, after seeing Thanos whoop niggas' ass and shit, I want
I
to see if
thought
the Ice
that
King
he-
had hands.
I thought he was cracking her neck when he grabbed her, but it was his hands
Yeah.
cracking. But I thought he was cracking her neck, so I was like, "Damn, she gonna die." But
I
she
thought she
gonna,
was
Suffocated her.
gonna die.
I
type
thought
shit,
she was
like-
gonna die. Yeah, like I thought he was like
Yeah,
But he
I was
didn't.
scared as shit.
Like how old Shorty, the little one, died. She's like a 10-year-old queen.
Oh yeah.
What was her name?
Fuck. Mormont, Lady Mormont.
Lady Mormont. When she died a
Little
hero
girl
too.
that's like the head of her whole.
She's like
kingdom.
10 years old. She kills the giant.
Lady Marmalade. That's the
Yeah,
name.
that's her name.
Yes.
Put some
Wait, so-
respect on it.
So for reference, like how does he put any work in before like she does that? She
No,
shanks
he
him?
has a staring battle with Bran.
Nope.
Just a staring battle with Bran and doesn't get to do shit because
thought he was
he
gonna
hears.
talk.
I thought he was gonna say something.
I thought he was gonna say something.
I don't think they can talk.
We don't know.
We don't know because they never. Whatever. Now
He
they all
uses
dead.
magic.
Fuck them niggas anyway.
I mean, he has ill ass magic. Like he can just raise the dead and shit and have them.
As
Like,
somebody on the outside looking in, all I see is him, and he just went out like that.
yeah, he went out
Yeah.
like a simple bitch.
And he could
That
raise the
was
dead and
disappointing.
shit.
Yeah, like so the
Arya
niggas that they just
tried
killed,
this nigga.
he raised them back up. So they got to like pretty much fight everybody all over again, plus more.
They have to fight everybody who ever died.
Yeah. Like
In
niggas that
their
been dead,
fucking world.
niggas that's
Like-
been dead for fucking hundreds of years out of like tombs and crypts and shit,
Everybody.
Oh, hell no.
come back to life.
No.
It was the mummy. That's basically what it is.
Yeah,
It's like
they
the
look
mummy.
like skeleton niggas
Yeah.
fighting,
But they were
and they all had
rocking
knives.
shit. Yeah, they were
So-
rocking shit from the beginning. Like if she hadn't killed the king like White Walker, that was it.
Yeah.
It would have been over for everybody because their army was like unmatched. Like you couldn't even a quarter of their army overpowered all of the army that they had collected between like 6 different lands.
Yeah.
So the thoughts that you had earlier are your thoughts of how it's going to end because you said it's 4 more episodes, right?
Three
Three.
more episodes.
Three more episodes?
Yes.
You don't think there's any like?
I think that Starkhouse is gonna win, but I think it's gonna be a really nasty battle, and there's gonna be pieces of groups of people that are left to basically rebuild the world, and they're gonna live in peace. That's how I feel it's gonna end.
They're all gonna die, and Gendry is gonna be on the throne. Cause since he's Robert Baratheon's son, bastard son, but we'll see.
We'll see.
That's Tardos.
I don't know.
Shit was fire though. You need to start watching.
No, 1,000%.
It's so
Now
good.
that y'all
Like, it
mention
gets-
like this.
it gets
You got
really
an
good.
HBO account?
It's definitely better to binge watch it because there is parts that if I were to watch it on TV, I would have gotten bored.
Mad funny because yesterday, and then we'll wrap this up. Chris had just came home from working out. I was at the crib. I looked at him like, "Yo, what you trying to watch? Just watch something." Now, I mean, she's like, "What
Yeah.
about that Game of Thrones thing that everybody be talking about?"
You talked her out of it.
No, they had the first episode on Amazon Prime or whatever that you could watch. I think you got to buy the rest.
Oh.
So we were like, "Yo, we could watch the first episode, but we dead got to pay attention. Keep in mind it's like 9:30 at night. She about to go
The
to
first
sleep."
episode was so good.
But we looked at it. We were like, I don't want to pay attention right now. Now you know those times where it's like late at night, you just want to chill. Know what I mean? It's like I don't want to do all
Think
that.
so
we
much
said no.
because you
It'll
have
keep
to pay
your
attention.
attention,
There-
That's exactly what I
There's
saw.
a lot of
It keeps
details
your
in
attention.
every single episode. There's a lot
I
of
have to
details,
rewatch
and if
it.
you miss it, you have to rewatch.
I
when
promise
you
you,
miss
I
it.
will. 1,000%.
I mean, you can loosely pay attention. I mean, it keeps your attention with all the violent sex. I mean, there's some talking
That's
parts,
all a lot of
but
titties.
If you want to watch something similar that you can binge watch the beginning to the end, Rain on Netflix.
Rain.
Never heard. It's similar. It's a story of Queen Elizabeth and Queen Mary, the original. Queen Elizabeth and Queen Mary. It's really good. There's a lot of like sex, violence, rape, all that, just like how Game of Thrones. It's
One of my
like
favorite things apparently.
I mean, like medieval. That's the best, you know.
I'm just fucking.
A lot of treachery, but it's really good. It's not a perfect comparison. Game of Thrones is definitely way better.
But it's in that wheelhouse.
More money into it, but yeah, it's in the.
I got you.
It's in competition.
I'll look that up. Yahoo, listening, y'all might
Game
want
of
to check
Thrones is
that
a
out
king.
too. Game of Thrones is a king. Okay, we'll table that.
If you need the HBO account,
We'll see what's up. Yeah, we're gonna have that conversation.
Or a friend with the HBO account.
Do y'all want to keep entertaining? Y'all want to talk about Sonic real quick? Because I think
you could touch on Sonic. Chime back into the conversation.
Because
you got the Sonic
at first I didn't think that it was gonna be like too crazy to talk about, but I just think the fact that we're living in this time right now where like directors and shit are actually listening to the people who are hardcore fans, and the overall people who are into it. Like that shit is crazy to me.
I don't think nobody requested a Sonic movie though.
Nobody requested a Pikachu. Detective Pikachu.
I heard that shit is fire though.
That shit looks fire.
The reviews
does not look fire.
The trailers don't look fire?
No.
The reviews came out yesterday, and a good amount of people are saying that shit is dope.
It looks good, and it's not like super kiddie and shit because Pikachu's cursing in it in the trailer.
Word?
Yeah.
The trailer I seen, he's like just walking in the like being corny. It looks corny. I sent it to you guys.
That's what
look corny.
Sonic looks to me. It looks corny.
Sonic looks corny, but the trailer didn't
corny.
look bad as a whole. Besides the character design for Sonic,
Jim Carrey's character,
looks
Eggman
good.
looked pretty dope.
This is like how they brought back Winnie the Pooh. Did you see the new Winnie the Pooh?
Hell, fucking no.
I'm saying like the
not watching
character,
Dumbo
how
either.
they're. I'm just saying like how like they look raggedy to me.
Right.
Like,
exactly.
To be real, I like you might as well just remade a cartoon movie. I would have been fine with that.
It's easier to do things digitally now. Animation teams, they cost too much.
I would have been so happy with seeing a Pokemon movie.
I mean, you're about to.
Hello.
I mean,
it does have a lot of Pokemon in it.
A lot. Mr. Mime was funny in the trailer. Funny as shit.
Psyduck squaring up with Psyduck.
Come on now, that shit's gonna be fire. You're gonna like it. I promise.
I'll give it a shot.
But I know, especially with Sonic, I understand you want to like remake it and make it something that's separate from the video games.
Sonic X.
But that dude was looking crazy, dog. I'm like, yo, there's no way this shit is happening. And then just the fact that today or whenever it was that they're like, yo, we hear you. We're gonna go back in. We're gonna remodel, son.
Yeah, that's
like,
all they need, just to remodel Sonic a little bit. Everything else looks
pretty
good.
right.
Yeah, everything else looks good.
That's all right.
Dr. Eggman, he looks fire. Like that's like old school Jim Carrey and shit.
I heard people bugging out because he wasn't fat. Like, yo, that's nothing, bro.
No, because he looks different from the beginning of the trailer to the end of the trailer. So he might put on some weight.
That's perfectly fine.
Yeah,
but
fat suit.
I don't remember the last time that's happened, dog. I don't think there has been a last time, especially this fall, because I don't think it's supposed to come out pretty soon, no?
Mm-hmm. That's why all these trailers are getting released.
And now I feel bad because
they're summing us up for it.
I feel like a lot of people behind the scenes are gonna have to double back now, and I'm pretty sure those people like us that were like, "Yo, like the character don't look good, dog," but they kept on going, and now it's like, "My nigga, I told you not to do this shit. Now we got to go double all the way back and redo this shit."
It's a check.
It's a check.
Right, it is a check. Anybody who's in that movie is a check.
All those animators like, oh, it's time to clock in?
Check.
Cool.
You say that now until motherfuckers.
3 years later.
Those Fortnite niggas, you heard about them?
What?
They said that people like working 90-hour weeks and shit.
Oh, yeah.
And 90-hour weeks.
That's a game, though. You know how much...
But that's my point, because they have to do behind-the-scenes, last-minute shit.
I feel like there's a lot more coding in a game with levels.
It is.
And it's a little more complicated.
But I'm sure there's more things that equates to that on the movie side as well. You know,
time consuming.
Yeah, they definitely have a deadline with movies, games.
So faster.
You can, after you release the game, you can put out shit for it anytime you want to.
But now with DLC and shit,
But if they want to do, monthly DLC, that's up to them.
Yeah.
If you want to do bi-weekly,
now,
it's just how hard they want to work.
If the shit bombs, it's going to be over.
90-hour week, though?
But if it does
Imagine
good,
that I'd be dying off of 35, 40.
I read that shit. I was like, huh?
That's their life. Their job is their life.
Yeah.
They probably salaried already, too, so it's not like they get more.
You can't do shit about it if you salary. That's the fucked up shit. I hate salary.
But, I mean, if your game is so, like the game that you're, like a part of making is so popular, you kind of get paid through that, like, gratitude, basically, for the fans.
But if you're getting worked like that,
if you're getting worked like a slave,
I think it pays out later on.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't know.
Don't
Maybe
look
they'll
at
get
their
accredited
names.
later on.
I could
You
personally
can't name
say,
anybody that worked on the fucking video
Yeah,
game.
you're right.
like my
Unless
whole
you're like a
work
video
schedule,
geek,
just working 7
maybe.
days a week,
Barely.
2 different
In that
jobs.
field.
Something's got to give. You know what I mean? You just get tired. You got no time. If you have a family, especially if you have a whole family, it's quiet. I don't see my family. I don't do nothing. So there's a whole lot of factors that goes into that
Niggas
shit.
are wasting away doing that shit.
I mean, but I have faith in our brethren and sister that are making this content for us. Because, like you said, we didn't need a Sonic movie. We didn't need a Pikachu movie. But
I'm glad.
They gave it
I'm
to us
glad that-
anyways.
I'm glad
Give it
it's
to us
there.
anyway.
I'm glad they're doing it.
But if they going to give it to us, make it right, motherfuckers.
What we really don't need is a Lilo and Stitch.
Is that a thing?
It is. I sent the picture to you guys.
I saw the picture.
I think they
but
cut
I think
it
that's
because that
just
shit
Photoshop.
looks
I thought that
scary.
was a troll. Like
Yeah,
I thought that
think
was
it's
just
a troll,
somebody that
too.
made that shit. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I thought that was a troll.
I haven't seen a trailer for it. I just seen the little preview and I was like, no, ain't nobody asked for this shit.
No, I'm alright.
Put it back.
No Lilo or Stitch.
Leave it.
Unless they
Put
got
it-
like
put it
some
back.
badass Hawaiian bitches.
Put that
With
shit
that
back
ugly
Like
like
ass
the older
creature?
sister. Have her for real.
That shit was fat.
Oh,
He looked like the equivalent of E.T. Nah, she would definitely be super thick. The sister,
I'm gonna keep it a stack with y'all. I never seen the original.
I've seen it once.
Yeah, I never seen it.
You never seen Lilo
I've been
and Stitch?
on the Disney ride and shit. I seen that shit.
Oh my
I've been on that
god.
shit before.
I've been on that. You know.
Ohana means family, and family means
Okay.
no one gets left behind.
This is
or
why her voice is
forgotten.
getting
Yeah,
better, so she can do
exactly.
this. That's what
She be doing
you
voice acting
freestyle.
and shit on the low.
You freestyle with that voice.
You feel me?
That's what you're gonna do right there. That's what I'm talking about, man. Okay, so we have the entertainment down. Oh, actually, John Singleton. Talk about it
Yeah.
real quick. R.I.P. to the legend. That shit
Black
fuck my
legendary director, producer, writer.
this overall human being, man. Like he has the same effect that Nipsey did. That when you go back and look at interviews and listen to the man speak, it's like like he
Yeah.
understood.
Get a
He got
vision.
it from early. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was like the right after Spike Lee, like the new generation Spike Lee.
He was what, like 23, 24 when he made Boys in the Hood.
Yeah,
Shit crazy.
and to do something like that and have it be so real
Mm-hmm.
from that age and like,
His mind was so ahead of his time.
1000%.
and his talents were just. I mean, it showed.
And to correlate those two again, people don't realize that Crenshaw, the original print, is like from the Boys in the Hood movies. Like that's
really?
that's what Cuba Gooding was wearing in a couple scenes, and Nipsey and them adapted it to their clothing brand. And John Singleton, I mean, he was the one. He was like, yo, I went to like a swap meet and I saw it there, and I just picked it up, gave it to him, and boom, like the rest was history.
Yeah,
So it's incredible to see like those kind of parallels between those two, but it was just a shame, man, seeing that shit. He was only 51.
yeah,
Young.
it was very young to have a
My
stroke.
mom is older than that.
You know what I mean? Especially
What is the age of old? What age do you feel like is
When
where
you
you
start
live your
feeling
life? What?
So you're as old as you feel. So when you start feeling old, that's when you're old.
75? 80? I feel like that's a good amount of years to live in the world.
I feel like there was more like
Almost
concrete
100.
like answer to that back in the day, but now like with technology and everything, like you say, it's as old as you feel. But I feel like when you start to like physically, you can't do it.
Yeah,
So
I was
maybe
going to
around
say
there,
physically, I
70s.
feel like 75, 80. I mean, I see some 75-year-olds that still be kicking it, but like
Yeah.
75, 80, if your body is tired enough to stop working, I feel like
always
that's when
tired.
you feel like,
That's a fact.
that's when I feel like you're like, okay, I've lived my life because now I'm like, my body is telling me, relax,
Right.
chill. It's time for you to get ready to prepare yourself.
Yes.
Like,
There was
once
like
I need a walker, it's so,
Jesus.
like
there was like the king of
backwards.
somewhere in China, I think, or Japan, pardon me, but I don't remember off the top of my head. But it's the first time that somebody of that power stepped down from his position. He was like 80. Well, he is like 80. He's like, yo, it's over, man. Like, I need to focus on my health. Like, I can't run this whole empire.
Tired of
And there's
running you
something
niggas.
respectable about that.
It is, because you're bowing out gracefully. Like, listen, this is the extent to, I can give you guys in a positive manner. I need to just recline back and do what I got to do. That's why when you hear people like John passing away at such a young age, and especially somebody that could give us so much more, it's like, damn, it's like,
Yeah. I got to go back and watch Four Brothers.
facts.
Love that
That
movie.
is a great
Fucking
movie.
love that movie.
That is
Facts.
a great movie, and it has
Marvin Gaye
so
all over the
many-
soundtrack. That Detroit feel.
heartfelt like moments in it, and like brotherhood without actually
Being
being
brothers.
like brothers that you find in it. And blood means nothing. That's what that is. It's loyalty and love.
Andre 3000.
Means everything, and it brings and betrayal, loyalty, love, betrayal, money, like crazy, real gangster movie.
That's what I'm saying, man.
It
And
is. That was a
busted their
gangster ass
with that
family.
shit. Yeah, busted their ass with that.
Yeah.
Yo, when the youngest one died, it was over. Niggas turned to murderers.
And I was like, no.
Yeah, the
I feel
fight,
nigga.
the shootout, the house.
I gotta go back, bro. Like I
Fuck.
remember bits and pieces, but it's been so long, man. Is
The
that even
shootout in
on
the
streaming?
house. I
I
don't
haven't
know.
seen that on streaming.
I know. I got it on DVD, so I don't know what you do.
Facts. I gotta go back on
Oh,
pub film or something like that, man. Have anything else on John before you
R.I.P.
wrap that portion up?
You know,
Yes.
make sure to
R.I.P.
appreciate his movies. Go back because
Go
everything
back and
he
watch
touched
all of them.
was fire.
There's a lot of game my man dropped in
Everything.
those, man.
Everything. Yeah, always had a
A
message.
lot of real shit.
From early. So we're appreciative of the time that we had with him. You know what I mean?
A lot of classics under his belt.
Yes, 1,000%. Y'all want to transition into sports? I know you want to talk about a certain dude who plays for
D'Angelo
Brooklyn.
Russell.
Know what I mean? Who plays in Brooklyn.
He used to play for the
shit was
Lakers.
tight.
Yeah, your squadron.
Snitching ass nigga.
Yo, that news. Just waiting for Stephen A. to say his part.
Dickhead of the week
Dog.
is D'Angelo Russell for trying to sneak weed past TSA in a liquid cover-up can.
Yeah.
Why the hell would you do that? You can't even bring a water bottle
Not
through
even.
TSA.
And you can see through that shit.
Like, what?
That wasn't the
I
best
don't.
decision.
That,
No,
that was the
liquid.
dumbest shit that he could have did.
What's the limit? Like 3 ounces? Like the
I
little
don't know.
liquid?
1 ounce.
1 ounce?
I
God
believe it's
damn.
1 ounce, and then if you do it in a if you can do a check bag, you can
Yeah.
do a liter in a check bag, but that's because you have
facts.
no access to it. Like
Yeah.
I bring hairspray, gel, all that, and it's all those
Hennessy.
are Hennessy, all that liquid. No, for real, like alcohol, all that you can have in your check bag,
Yeah.
but it can't be in your carry-on. You
Yeah.
dickhead.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Did you not think of that? Did you
Look,
not
man.
look and see all the things that you cannot bring, and drinks are one of them?
When you're rich, you don't really care about the rules that much.
Well, when you're
'Cause you
rich,
can
you do
afford a
dumb
lawyer.
things.
Yeah, you can afford a lawyer, so they can afford
Yeah,
to do
but he
stupid
also
shit.
gets all that backlash from the NBA.
I don't think he's gonna get backlash. He just
He
got
already
cited.
did.
He got cited.
No,
They
they're saying
didn't
he
say
And
has
they're
to, like, to,
clowning
like,
him right now.
They say he has to go into like a
yeah.
weed program or something. I'm like, yo,
I
come
guess,
on, bro.
but that's
Whatever,
just
4 weeks.
embarrassing.
It's stupid. It's
He's just
stupid,
stupid.
though.
He's
It's
always
stupid.
going to be
It is
known as a
stupid.
dummy.
That's so antiquated.
He could have avoided it.
It's like I understand. Okay. Number one, it's the policy of the NBA. Just don't smoke. It should be that simple. You know what I mean?
You can get weed anywhere you go, though.
Yeah,
you
that's-
have money,
exactly.
you're rich.
That's always
Just
the
go
thing,
to the
yeah.
next
If you
place.
got
Right.
money like that,
There's
just
gonna
go.
be good weed everywhere somewhere, okay? And you definitely have to have some type of plug. Tell me you ain't got no type of plug.
Yeah,
Where
but
was he going?
He
Yeah,
could have
that's a
landed and
fact.
gotten it. You know what I mean?
No, he was getting it through. Landed and got it.
No, I
And
mean
yes.
he could have not brought the weed with him.
Oh,
Landed
that's what
wherever
I'm
the fuck
saying.
he was
Yeah,
going
that's
and
the
copped.
point. That's what I'm
That's what
saying.
needs to say.
So it's
Yeah.
like
Like you're an idiot. You're
I
an
don't
idiot.
understand. And also, you know how many other fucking canisters you could have gotten? You know what I mean? How many other different
And
things that
Axe
you could
body
have
spray.
smuggled in?
Like they're not gonna. They can't
Or
check
put it in your
Axe. You
check-on bag, nigga.
Like
What you gonna do with it in your carry-on?
Yeah, that shit was
Pull
probably
it
gonna be
down,
stinking, though.
sniff it, put it back. Like,
well, he
what's
probably
up?
only had the carry-on bag with him. He probably didn't have a check
Oh,
bag.
he,
That's
he
probably-
went to
that's probably
go. He
why.
went to go get some pussy out
But,
in another
he-
state. That's what it was.
Like I don't know.
He was like, playoffs.
Anything. Hairspray.
No,
Like any
Something.
other canister that couldn't be opened by cracking the top.
Maybe he
Said
had like a
stay
prototype
off.
of his own strain of weed that he was bringing to somebody.
In
The
Arizona can.
weed.
Stay off the weed.
The weed.
That shit is classic, dog. that
Legendary
shit is a
nigga.
fucking classic. That's exactly what it is. Like I feel him, but then I don't feel him. I'm like, yo, bro, you don't got to
Yeah.
do all that, my nigga.
You could have. It's just like regular. I don't think about doing that. I think anywhere I go, if I want to smoke, I will figure out how to pick up weed where I go.
Yeah, but
or I don't
Uber
need to be
weed.
smoking.
Yeah, but what
or
if he
buy
was
a
just stressed?
pen.
He was stressing.
You can get a pen through TSA.
Pen, too.
Like
That's a
nothing.
fact.
You get a pen through TSA.
That's a
They
fact.
don't, it does. You're perfectly fine with getting a pen through TSA.
Blow the smoke in their face. You don't care.
Like you literally can get a pen through TSA. That's the funniest shit ever, and it gets you higher.
All right, so devil's advocate. What if he just, number one, he was stressed. He wasn't paying attention. He just left that shit in his bag.
Honestly,
what if
I-
he
his
pulled a
regular travel
Joel
bag.
Santana? Like Joel's forgot the gun was in his bag.
That's happened multiple times. People,
Yeah.
T-Pain forgot he had a
Honestly,
weapon, but good thing it was fucking registered.
I'm not giving him any benefit of the doubt, any nothing, because I haven't fucked with this nigga
Yeah, I'm about
since
to
he
say,
snitched
just
on
'cause
my
he's
nigga
not on the-
Swaggy.
Oh,
Not
please.
even that.
Man,
He was
Swaggy
snitching on
was gonna
Swaggy.
end up snitching on himself.
Okay, it doesn't
eventually.
matter. He still snitched on Swaggy, his teammate.
And he-
it ruined
and
it
he
for me.
leveled
He
up
ain't got
after.
no I know. So it's like you ain't got no loyalty.
That too.
And then
he got people to loyal to him now.
Because of the weed. He was mellow.
Playing better.
He was mellow going into those games, bro. It's the reason why he got ice in his veins. It's weed. He's calm, bro. He's a calm nigga.
It's gas. Got gas in his veins.
He's a calm snitching ass. No, I'm not gonna hold that against you, bro.
Yeah,
I'm just
I'm about
fucking
to say,
with you.
You don't hold that.
He been killing, man.
Swaggy was reckless, man. You're going to get caught up eventually.
So I'm 1,000% not holding that against him. But next time, my brother, just caught when you land.
Yeah, just have it connect in every state, nigga. Get your network game.
Yo, you a ball player. Even if you don't have connects, guess what? You
know
have
somebody.
With you,
you know a player in that fucking in that state that knows somebody.
Bro, easily. I don't understand, bro. But you know what? To each his own. I mean, he probably not gonna get too high right now. That shit probably blew his whole shit. He planning on doing all that since he's out. I mean,
blew his high.
Getting ready, 1,000% in more ways than one. They get tight right now. Like, yo, what the fuck?
Yo, shout out to all the players that smoke before the game.
Yeah, they gonna legalize that shit everywhere soon. Though.
I mean,
give it a couple
not
years.
in the league.
You think the league is still that's a good conversation to have one day, not today.
Not the league at all.
We'll have that conversation because those guys are. I feel like once the old people in those positions bounce, then
die off. You mean?
Yes,
because they're not bouncing.
That's exactly what I mean. 1,000%. Because you're right. It's just not going to happen right now. But eventually, especially when shit gets legalized, there's no way. Like, say, off chance, real quick before we go, off chance, all states legalize that bitch, right? Is the NBA still going to be like, oh, you can't smoke? Like right now in New York, you can't drug test anymore when you're about to like apply for a job.
Yeah, that just occurred like a couple weeks ago.
So it's like
as an athlete though, weed is not something that is very helpful. Not all
it's recreational. That's what people use it for.
I guess, but like not all athletes are affected the same. Like just like people, like not everybody gets lazy. There's different strands of weed, but
correct.
Like weed is not good if you're gonna do high active sports. You're not going to play.
Players have performed under weed.
They have.
For many years.
Yes, but I'm saying not everyone is the same.
Reacts
so, not everyone reacts the same. So it's not something that I feel like any sports league is going to condone, period. Because anything can,
affect you.
They affect them and affect the performance in a negative way. And no coach in their right mind is going to, that's like letting them play off of being drunk.
Right.
Like.
Yeah, but then you can also.
Game.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, but then you can also have the conversation. All these pills are legal. They pump these players full of pills because their schedules are so rigorous and people get addicted to them shits. You know what I mean? That's another conversation.
True, but the pills are supposed to be used as a...
Supposed to be used.
You know what I
mean? Look, anything can be abused.
1,000%.
Anything.
I agree.
Water can be abused. If you drink too much water, it's not good for you.
Yeah, but I'm water poisoning.
Yeah, you could die from that shit.
So even the most purest of things.
See, look at us being in agreement on shit. I love y'all, man. That's what I'm talking about.
High five and shit. Air fives.
Bam. Okay, so that was beautiful conversation. Do we have anything else to close it out? We feeling good right now?
I do want to give we're about to end it up. I want to give a special shout out to my girl. She about to graduate Sunday.
Let's fucking go.
It's lit.
Yeah. I need to work on that.
Yeah, we need that. She about to go to UCF.
Proud of her, man. That's what the fuck I want
It's
to hear.
Proud as shit. Been sticking with her through this whole shit.
New
helping
journey.
her do what she need to do.
Through the whole journey. Real man.
A quarter of that degree is technically mine.
You gonna take ownership of that? Like,
yeah, I'm gonna cut it in four. Like, yo, this corner right here, that's mine right there. But
like you have like a quarter left.
Tell her to make her cap.
Oh, she did. I'll show you too. She did a good fucking job.
Good job.
Shit.
He's gonna have a quarter left of his degree. He's like, I helped my girl with her quarter, so can that be a full?
Yeah.
So then
it was an AS and a half.
You feel me?
A and a half.
Give me ass. I don't even need the period. Just
1,000%. Yeah, shout out because I didn't realize that a lot of people graduated either this weekend or the following weekend. So shout out to y'all, man. Reach our goals. That's all I want to say.
Shout out to Elena, Michaela, graduating on this shit. Who else graduated?
Erica graduated. My man Nick
Erica graduated.
Yeah, Erica.
Shout out to Pusante.
Hello. Big homie. Shout out to y'all, man. Killing the fucking game.
Graduating class, all of y'all. Congratulations. Y'all did it.
Y'all did it.
Now go get that fucking money.
Y'all gonna change the world. Forward. Just stay off the weed. No, I'm kidding. Smoke up.
Smoke more.
Enjoy your life.
Nigga.
What did they dog say? Smoke weed every day. All right, we're gonna holler at y'all.